Brought to you by Time Warner Cable.
Well, Randy Wolf got things going very well in the series. Yesterday, a complete game shutout. Now the ball goes over to Yovani Gallardo, trying for his third straight win tonight against the Giants. And he'll go up against two-time Cy Young Award winner Tim Lincecum, who's having an outstanding month of September. One reason why the Giants are back in first place. Hi, everybody. Alongside Bill Shorter, I'm Craig Kashan. Welcome to Brewers Baseball here tonight. Game 2 against the Giants. It's that starting pitching that has Milwaukee competitive against these teams who are trying to get into the playoffs like the Giants.
It really is interesting how starting pitching goes. You know, one guy feeds off the next, who feeds off the next guy. None of these starters really want to be the guy to break the momentum. It's really only been one bad start in the last couple of weeks. Started by Norrison about 2 weeks ago. Good to see Yovani Gallardo back to his old self after a rough month of August. But everybody up and down that starting rotation has really done a nice job, particularly early in ball games, keeping the opposition off the board. The Brewers, unfortunately, 4-8 in that stretch.
More mound mastery here tonight. It was a beauty last night, and on paper promises to be even better on this Saturday night. Two of the top strikeout leaders on tap, Yo and Tim Lincecum.
I love this Miller Lite aluminum pint.
Oh, really? Why do you love it?
I love its wide mouth. I love its resealable cap. I love that it's a pint. I love that great Pilsner taste.
Okay. Well, why do you love me?
And when we go out, and then I like what you're doing with this. You know, I love all your teeth.
The aluminum pint from Miller Lite. Just one more way to love the taste of your beer. Taste greatness.
Why do you love me?
You're my soulmate.
Ditto.
Saturday morning with the Andersons. They live in America.
Okay, Megan to dance, Gordy to soccer. What else?
How about some furniture shopping?
Aha, cupcakes for Megan's sleepover.
I'll make the cupcakes so you can go furniture shopping.
Wait, why furniture today?
You know what I always say, never put off till tomorrow.
Gordon's right, Jill. There's no time like the present. Now you can get a 50-inch flat panel TV free when you spend $2,000 on furniture.
Oh, now I get it.
Check out some TV stands while
It's morning, I'm hungry, gonna go to Burger King. Burger King for breakfast? Yes, there's such a thing.
It's breakfast, new breakfast, no reason to delay. Breakfast bowls and platters,
Hip, hip.
hooray! Yummy, 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 tummy, 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 yummy, tummy, yummy, yummy, tummy. With a bunch of great new items at breakfast your way.
The all-new BK breakfast menu. That's right, from Burger King. Every day is game day during Game Day Matchup, September 5th through the 25th at Oneida Casino. Mondays through Thursdays, spin and win when you match Green Bay's score. Fridays through Sundays, earn 7 times tickets towards Game Day Matchup drawings. Win Desmond Howard Fine Art Prints, promo play, or up to $1,000 in cash. Meet Desmond Howard on September 27th. Game Day Matchup, September 5th through the 25th at Oneida Casino. Fun is our game.
Brewers Baseball and WMLW is presented by Menards. Save big money at all your home improvement needs at Menards. By Toyota and your Metro Milwaukee Toyota dealers. By Oneida Casino. Get yourself in the game. Play slots, table games, and bingo at Oneida Casino. Fun is our game. And by the Miller Lite aluminum pint. 4 more ounces of that great Pilsner taste. Very picturesque view of San Francisco. Beautiful night for baseball. It's the Brewers and the Giants here from AT&T Park. Game 2 of the series. Brewers winning it last night 3-0. And the Brewers will be wearing their Cerveceros road uniforms, and the Giants wearing the Gigantes. And here tonight it is a night to honor the Spanish-speaking people. Hispanic night here in San Francisco. The Brewers batting order: Ricky Weeks, Corey Hart, Ryan Braun, Prince Fielder, McGee Gomez. Another starting center: Escobar, Lucroy, and Yovani Gallardo. Out on the hill for Milwaukee as we welcome him back inside the ballpark here. Another near sellout crowd on hand as the Giants Open up play tonight, tied for first place with the Padres, who won earlier. Our Lexus scouting report on Tim Lincecum. After a rough August, he's back on track.
Yeah, he was 0-5 in August, an ERA around 8. Very unusual for him, but 3-0 in September. He's got 29 strikeouts, only 2 walks in his last 3 games, and you can run on Lincecum. Opponents are 26 out of 29 in stolen bases, so look for that tonight.
That'll open up against Ricky Weeks. First pitch is a strike in there for Tim Lincecum. C.B. Buckner calling balls and strikes. Kerwin Danley, Doug Eddings, and Dana DeMuth around the bases, our umpire and crew here in game 2. 66 degrees, sun is out. Early evening baseball, 6 p.m. local start. And Ricky down to the count 0-2. Ricky has been productive over the last couple of games, and ironically, they have turned into Brewer victories. Had a couple of hits in last night's ball game. And this one low, 1-2. .263, 27 home runs for Ricky Weeks, 79 RBIs as he is closing in on a career-type season. However, here strikes out to open up the game. Take a look at our Menards defense for San Francisco here tonight. Pearl, Ross, and Guillen in that outfield. Sandoval, Uribe, Fontenot, and Huff across the infield. Buster Posey, one of the top rookies in all of baseball, catching Tim Lincecum here this evening.
Yeah, Giants, one of the better defensive teams in the National League, but they didn't show it last night. It was dreadful defense by the Giants, and that cost them a 3-0 loss last night.
And Corey Hart steps in at .278. Yeah, that defense was, well, a couple of errors on the board, but sure seemed like a lot more from there. And Corey Hart quickly behind 0-2. Tim Lincecum comes into this game with a 2-2 career record against Milwaukee. Again, Corey Hart just staying alive. 2-2 record against the Brewers, but how about this? The highest ERA versus any opponent is against Milwaukee, and more than a full run against the next opponent, the Mets. 4.76. The Brewers have had some success against this guy.
Yeah, he's had 2 starts against Milwaukee where the Brewers have been able to pound out 11 runs in 2 starts. But last time, that was this year, back at Miller Park, 7 innings, 1 run, in a 15-2 win for Tim Lincecum. But that's a rather large earned run average for a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. So the Brewers have ways to get to this guy.
And Tim Lincecum now delivering the 1-2 to Corey Hart. Fly ball right field. Guillen back on the warning track and makes the second out. So 2 down quickly, and Ryan Braun, the hottest hitting player in the majors since August 1st.
And he's had big success against Tim Lincecum. 6 for 15 and a couple of home runs. Not too many guys have that kind of success against Lincecum.
Look at this though, Rock. Since August 1st, 401.
Yeah, it's been incredible to watch Ryan. He's been pacing at the plate. He's been, drawing his walks. He's been going to the right field line, down to the left field line, and really has been one of the toughest outs in baseball.
Well, Gonzalez is there. Tulowitzki, they've helped Colorado get right back in the playoff chase.
2 more for Tulowitzki today, home runs. That's 14 September home runs.
That's unbelievable.
For Troy Tulowitzki. Unbelievable.
Ryan Braun to center. Ross gets under it. And Lincecum works a quick 1-2-3 first against the Brewers. Here comes Yo.
Light beer, please.
More taste or less taste?
Whatever.
Okay. When you change out of your little kitty costume, come back and I'll give you Miller Lite.
I'm supporting the team.
Whatever, pussycat.
Yeah.
Man up and choose a light beer with more taste. Grab a triple hops brewed Miller Lite with that great Pilsner taste.
I got a Miller Lite, and that lady gave me her number. Cougars love.
Get ready for the fall kickoff sale with Time Warner Cable. This week only, get an amazing deal. Get digital cable for as low as $29.95 per month for 12 months, plus DVR service free for 6 months. Pause and rewind live TV and create your own instant replays with DVR service. Call now and get 3 free months of HBO. Call 877-3 today and get installed tomorrow. Hurry, sale ends Thursday.
Have you been waiting all week for something explosive? The wait, oh my God, is over.
FBI!
All right, do it. I have a theory. I can predict the killer's actions.
Put him down! All right, I got him.
What do you think, you were gonna save the world? Not the whole world.
Sunday at 5 on WMLW.
Back in San Francisco, no scores. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Yovani Gallardo out on the hill. And here's a look at the Toyota Giants batting order. Mike Fontenot's going to get a shot at the top of the order with Andres Torres still out. Uribe, Huff, Buster Posey, outstanding rookie numbers behind the plate. Earl Sandoval gets the first start in 3 games. And Ian Ross and Lincecum round out the Giants batting order here tonight. Our Lexus scouting report on Yovani Gallardo. He too had a rough August, but back on track.
Yeah, a lot of similarities between he and Tim Lincecum, but his September's been pretty good. Has only given up 2 runs in his last 2 starts, none last time out. 1-0 in September, 129 earned run average. He's locating first pitch fastball very well, and he's got a 268 batting average this year with 4 home runs.
And he opens up against Mike Fontenot to start the game for the Giants, and Yo misses ball 1. Fontenot at 287, a home run and 23 RBIs, came over from the Cubs in a trade on August 11th, and one of the rare trades where both clubs were playing each other, so all he had to do is pack his bags and walk across the field.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual. You don't see that every day.
2-1 the count now on Fontenot.
And Bruce Bochy continues to try and find a consistent leadoff hitter. Renteria led off last night, did not get on base.
There's a strike to even the count at 2-2. Fontenot, part of the adjustments we were talking about last night, Rock, about how San Francisco has kind of pieced together a contending team, not with a lot of superstar names, but guys that can chip in on a nightly basis, whether they're starting or coming off the bench.
Well, they're trying to, find a consistent offense. That's the big thing for the Giants. Their pitching has been terrific. They're second best in earned run average internationally. Both starters and bullpen have been very good, but very inconsistent offensively, like a lot of teams.
This one foul back. Edgar Renteria led off the game yesterday, had the last couple of games, but as I mentioned with Torres out, still searching. Here's the Menards Brewer defense. Braun, Gomez, and Hart. McGee, Escobar, Weeks, and Fielder across that infield. And Jonathan Lucroy behind the plate for Yovani Gallardo. Here's George Kataris last night catching Randy Wolf. And a base hit to open up the ball game for the Giants as Fontenot is at first base now. That'll bring up Juan Uribe.
And Mike Fontenot is always giving the Brewers fits. With the Chicago Cubs, now with the Giants, that pitch got a lot of the plate, down on the trademark, but able to dump it in front of Brawny for a leadoff base hit.
So Fontenot over at first. Uribe at the plate playing short tonight. Last night he was over at third. He's got some decent numbers against Yovani Gallardo. A 600 average, 3 for 5, including a home run. On the season, 251, 20 home runs, and 77 RBIs.
Yeah, Bruce Bochy just continues to move everybody around except for Huff and Posey. Now, 3 and 4 in the order have been pretty consistent, but he's moving guys around in front of those two and behind those two to see if he can get some run production. Did not score a run in yesterday's ball game, but the game before against the Dodgers, 10 runs on the board. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It sounds like the same type of results we've seen a lot from the team they're playing against tonight, the Brewers, of course.
Well, not just the Brewers either. I mean, that's been a league-wide issue this year. You know, ups and downs offensively. But the reason the Giants are in the playoffs or in the pennant race is that they've got great pitching and their defense has been pretty good.
This one fouled back. The Giants have been shut out 15 times this year, 7 at home. There's Bruce Bochy. Padres winners today in St. Louis. Ryan Ludwig with a 3-run home run to break a 4-4 tie in the 9th against his old team.
Yeah, dagger in the back of his old club. Wow. Yeah, that's to me, that's going to be the biggest head scratcher of the trading deadline deals. Ryan Ludwig leaving the St. Louis Cardinals, and they have had a tough time since.
Here's a look at the updated NL West standings with San Diego's win already this afternoon, pulling into a tie with San Francisco. So Bruce Bochy's team needs a win to grab sole possession of first. They both lost on Friday night, and Uribe strikes out for the first out. So Yo's put together back-to-back nice starts, but how about this one on Sunday against the Cubbies? 7 strong innings, gives up basically nothing, just a few hits.
Yeah, really did have good command. He had good command of his slider. He's been throwing a lot of fastball slider. You know, using the curveball, you know, not as much, the put-away pitch, and because of that, he's been limiting his walks, and he's only allowed 8 hits in his last 2 starts. That covers 14 innings.
And night and day numbers, last 2 starts versus his previous 3. So now he faces Aubrey Huff, the first baseman. Left-handed batter last night, officially 0 for 3, drew a walk. He had a big night on Thursday against the Dodgers with a home run and driving in some runs. He had a new baby boy brought into the world earlier this week. So he was flying on a little bit of adrenaline. I think the Giants were flying on adrenaline after that win on Thursday against rival Los Angeles, first place for the first time since May 6th. And I think we clearly saw some kind of a letdown and some very good pitching from Randy Wolf.
Yeah, well, it looked a little flat. You're right. I mean, they didn't play very good baseball, weren't swinging the bats, but you can, you know, credit Randy Wolf for a lot of that. He looked very good, kept his pitch count down, but very uncharacteristic of the Giants. They weren't very good defensively. They made a lot of mistakes last night.
Give all the credit to Randy Wolf on shutting down that offense. Defensively, though, they did not look sharp. Big swing and a miss to even the count at 2-2. So Fontenot led off the inning with a base hit against Yovani Gallardo. Then Uribe struck out. Randy Wolf looking sharp in that 3-0 win last night. They checked Fontenot over at first.
Giants don't run much. The one guy that will run or would run is on the disabled list, Andres Torres. Dead last in the National League of stolen bases, but Fontenot will take a base from time to time.
And the count now full on Aubrey Huff.
And look for him to take off on the 3-2 pitch.
So the base coaches, Tim Flattery over at third, Roberto Kelly over at first. 3-2 on the way. Fontenot running, throw by LaCroix on the money. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Yo's out of it in the first. Good job by Jonathan LaCroix, who continues to do an outstanding job behind the plate. The strikeout and the throwout. No score after 1.
The key to stopping them
Hunting is their sport. Humans are their targets.
is in the art of the kill. Criminal Minds.
Sunday at 3 on WMLW. BACCALAUREATE, baccalaureate.
Correct.
Since this competition has been continuing for 48 hours and we have yet to eliminate anyone, it is the decision of this board to declare all 20 contestants winners. You have all competed admirably.
Admirably. ADMIRABLY. Admirably.
AT&T is making high-speed internet affordable for only $14.95 a month. No home phone required. AT&T.
This just into the TV1 Weather Center. As you can see, we have problems coming in from all directions. Over here we have white stuff developing, and I don't mean snow. Calcium leaching out is a sign of water or excess moisture. Coming up from the south is a band of mold or mildew. Here we see a line of cracks developing. You can check out more signs of basement water problems at everdry.com. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation. Everdry, the premier residential basement waterproofing contractor in the United States.
News tonight about Senate candidate Ron Johnson's Oshkosh Plastics Factory.
I have never lobbied for some special treatment or for a government payment.
Johnson's plastic company, Packer, got a government loan to expand its business.
A railroad line to Packer was built with the assistance of a federal grant.
I have never lobbied for some special treatment or for a government payment.
Ron Johnson loves to say that government doesn't create jobs, but in the case of his own business, that doesn't seem to be true.
I'm Russ Feingold, and I approve this message.
Yovani Gallardo, the beneficiary of a strike him out, throw him out to get out of the first inning, so no score. Prince Fielder sent the lead off the Brewers' second against Tim Lincecum. Prince Fielder 1 for 4 last night on the road trip, just 2 for 12. 30 home runs, 76 RBIs. Tim Lincecum, the 2-time Cy Young Award winner. Randy Johnson was with this club a year ago. He had won 4 in a row with Arizona from 1999 to 2002. Other back-to-backers include Pedro Martinez, Roger Clemens, Greg Maddux, Jim Palmer, Denny McClain, Sandy Koufax. Quite the company, huh?
Pretty good list, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. His 3 September starts have been very good. The opponent batting average at .207. And we talked about his August 0-5. National League hit over 300 against Lincecum. That's unheard of. It was 29 strikeouts, and you can add only 3 walks to that total. So actually 2 walks. 2 walks, 29 strikeouts for Lincecum in 3 starts in September.
He was second to Roy Halladay in strikeouts in the National League coming into tonight's action with 208. And they got 1 back in the first for 209 on Ricky Weeks. Just misses on Fielder outside.
And he's got 4 pitches that he'll drop on you just about any time. And there's that changeup just off the outside corner at 86 miles an hour.
High to Fielder, and Prince draws the leadoff walk. That'll bring up Casey McGee. Coming into tonight's action, Lincecum needed 7 2/3 innings of work to get his 3rd straight 200 inning, 200 strikeout season. £170-pound frame, and if you go for his height listing, you'll see anything from 5'10" to 6 feet. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't throw like he's that size. I mean, he's a guy that has a very unusual delivery that certainly, helps him being deceptive out there on the mound. He throws very hard. You wouldn't think that. And look at the innings and the strikeouts that he's racked up. And some would say that his month of August, one of the reasons, for his lack of success is all that wear and tear on that body. Not a big guy. But he has certainly turned things around.
Well, his nickname's the Freak. He's got the hair, and he's got the motion too for his smaller frame. He's got a long, approach to the plate.
Well, Ron Guidry wasn't a big guy. He could throw hard.
Casey McGee fouls it off to the right side.
And watch the way he drops down, drops his arm down. He drops it straight down. He bends that back knee and gets that arm, rips it around. And a lot of hitters will tell you they can't pick that baseball up all that well. He's got a very good changeup. Everybody wants to talk, about Lincecum's fastball and how hard he throws, but his changeup is his big strikeout pitch.
And Casey can't check his swing. He gets rung up down on first base by Kerwin Daly.
That got him on a slider, and it looked pretty close. Kerwin Daly rings him up. Could have gone either way.
One down for Carlos Gomez. Boy, Carlos Gomez has had himself a road trip. Third consecutive start. Was 2 for 5 last night, but 7 for 18 on this road trip. 438, couple of RBIs. Puts one into play. Uribe over to second. They can only get one, the lead runner in Prince Fielder. So Gomez on at first on the fielder's choice, and it's not a bad thing at all because it was his speed in last night's game that helped produce a couple of chances for Milwaukee's offense.
Yeah, basically, he's the poster child for putting pressure on the defense. The way he runs the bases, trying to take that extra base. And he's going to steal a base right here. He's in a position right now to take second base. Not a lot of power behind him in the batting order. And Lincecum has given up a lot of stolen bases this year.
Would-be base stealers 26 of 29.
Yeah.
To make sure Gomez stays close over there, paying some attention to him.
They certainly wouldn't be the only Cy Young Award winner that gave up a lot of stolen bases. Remember Greg Maddux. Nobody stole on Maddux. I should say no pitcher gave up more stolen bases than Greg Maddux, but it didn't seem to hurt him too much.
Sometimes when you're that good, you take care of business on your own. Gomez, excellent ratio there, 15 of 17. And he takes off. Throw is not in time. So Gomez gets his 16th stolen base.
Well, he got a good jump, a decent throw by Buster Posey, who has a 30% throwout ratio, and it would probably be a lot better had he not had to deal with Tim Lincecum in that slow delivery to home plate. Good lead, good jump, and just too fast to get him at second base.
Oh, so close.
Good camera angle right there.
So Escobar, the 2-0. In there for a strike. Escobar 1 for 4 last night, just 2 for 15 on the road trip. Swing and a miss by Escobar, 2-2. Gomez on the run again, hit right to third. Sandoval takes care of Escobar over at first. No scores. We head to the bottom of 2.
Hey, can I get a light beer?
Okay. Do you care how it tastes?
No, I don't care how it tastes.
You sure? Because we have Miller Lite.
I said I don't care how it tastes.
No need to get your panties in a bunch.
Man up. Because if you're drinking a light beer without great Pilsner taste, you're missing the point of drinking beer. Grab a triple hops brewed Miller Lite. Taste greatness.
Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, recognition, and may God's love be with you.
Now, lease a Lincoln MKS for $399 a month or buy it with 0% APR financing for 60 months.
As summer ends, winter is closing in. Are you ready?
Call 866 for Feldco.
Feldco is making this a September to remember. Save 25% on all replacement windows, siding, and doors. Plus pay no tax and no interest until 2012.
These unforgettable savings end soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for
A lot of drama being built up for the Lincecum Gallardo matchup here tonight in the Bay. Milwaukee and San Francisco, those scores to go to the bottom of the second inning. Yo back out on the hill. And our starters tonight are tied for the highest ratio of strikes per 9 innings. 9.7 strikeouts per 9 innings for both of these guys. Yovani Gallardo and Tim Lincecum.
Yeah, they can rack them up when they get going. You know, Yovani Gallardo has 10-plus strikeout games this year. You know who's second? Tim Lincecum.
Tim Lincecum right there.
Yeah, Lincecum with 6.
Well, Buster Posey at the plate now. He's the Giants catcher, of course, who's gotten to know Tim Lincecum a lot better this season. Posey, a rookie, was called up from AAA in late May and has started all but 3 games since then. And Bruce Bochy said yesterday that he wants to use this youngster in their remaining games, 14 including tonight. Not sure if he'll put him behind the plate, maybe a game or 2 at first base. But this is why. He's got some power and he can get on base, leads off the second with a single.
Yeah, Bochy said that he's not going to get any more days off that the team has games because you just can't keep him out of the lineup. I mean, the number 4 hitter, you got to have him in there in the pennant race. You know, fastball in on him. Watch the way he pulls the hands in and gets the barrel of the bat and shoots that ball into center field. The Giants have 2 team off days on Monday and then the following Monday, so Posey will get some time off.
Pat Burrell with Posey over at first. Burrell 1 for 3 last night, 269 with 15 home runs and 40 RBIs on the season. Against Gallardo in his career, 1 for 3. That one hit, though, a home run. Gallardo throws a strike to even the count.
That slider's been a good pitch for Yovani. He's throwing a lot more sliders now than he did early in the season. Early in the year, it was fastball, curveball. Now it's mainly fastball, slider, and he'll try the curveball with 2 strikes.
Burrell signed by San Francisco at the end of May. Began the year with Tampa Bay. A big swing and a miss to even the count. Sandoval waits on deck. He hasn't played the last 2 games. He has not had the season in 2010 he did back in 09. And LaCroix hangs on for the strikeout.
And another slider from Yovani. That went up in the zone a little bit, but Burrell out in front of it. Out in front and underneath, and Yovani gets away with a hanger. And Pat Burrell, this 3rd strikeout victim for Gallardo.
Here's Sandoval now. A switch hitter batting from the left side. .263, 12 home runs, 60 RBIs. Did I mention he has now played the last 2 games? He has now played since Wednesday, and that's because he was 0 for 15 and just 3 for his last 37.
Yep, a 300 hitter last year. Rough season for him.
Part of the faithful here in San Francisco. Boy, they've had some nice crowds. The Thursday night crowd, it was thunderous in here when they beat the Giants and crawled back into first place. They were 7.5 games out earlier in the season and just plugged away. And it looked for a while like the Padres were going to run away with the West. And you mentioned it last night, that 10-game losing streak will take you right out of the mix and bring everyone else right back in.
Yep, everybody gets close to the pack, and it wasn't just the Giants, it's the Colorado Rockies that are having their usual great September. Won again today.
12-2 over the Dodgers. So Colorado not just thinking maybe a wild card shot, they're obviously right in contention in the West as well. Here's the 2-2 to Sandoval. Liner to Escobar. And Posey gets back to first, 2 down.
Visit the Brewers official online shop at brewers.com. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics. Get your gear straight from the official source, the brewers.com shop.
2 down for Jose Guillen. One for 3 last night. Pretty good numbers for the Giants. 307, a couple of home runs and 9 RBIs. They acquired him August 13th from the Royals.
And the one base hit that he got last night was a bullet off the left field fence. He thought it was a home run. Didn't run hard out of the box. Ended up being held to a single. And the Brewers a couple of batters later would turn to double play, get out of the inning. Cost his team a run.
This is the first time he has faced Yovani Gallardo in his career. This is Gallardo's first start against the Giants here in 2010. Grounder to McGee, and he'll go to Ricky Weeks to get the lead runner for the 3rd out. No scores. We go to the 3rd.
Candidates for governor Scott Walker and Tom Barrett debate the issues.
Friday at 7 on WMLW.
Hey, Donald.
Here you go. I made it myself. It's a vase.
Oh.
You like it?
New Angus snack wraps at McDonald's. They're easy to pick up, but impossible to put down. All the flavor of your favorite Angus burgers wrapped up in a flour tortilla for just $1.99.
They ain't forget about you, Coach. Hard work, baby.
Get unbelievable savings during the Crazy Day sale at Menards. For 3 days only, get unbelievable deals. Prices so low, they're crazy. Reversible composite decking is just 99 cents a linear foot. This 4-piece 18-volt combo kit is only $49 after rebate. An infrared halogen oven, just $39. Or get a gallon of interior flat paint free after rebate. But hurry, the sale ends Sunday, and you don't want to miss these prices.
Save big money at Menards.
Guess what's coming in Russ Feingold's negative campaign? He's going to tell you I said Washington treats Social Security like a Ponzi scheme. You know what? I did say that, because it's true. Russ Feingold and politicians of both parties raided the Social Security Trust Fund of trillions and left seniors in IOU. They spent the money. It's gone. I'll fight to keep every nickel of Social Security for retirees, and I'll respect you enough to tell you the truth. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Brewers baseball and WMLW is presented by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by American Furniture, electronics and appliances. Bring it home. Beautiful AT&T Ballpark, San Francisco. Great night for baseball. McCovey Cove. Top of the third we go. Tim Lincecum back out on the hill for the Giants. He'll face Jonathan Lucroy, the Brewers. Giants with 2 hits in this game so far. The Brewers still looking for their first. There's a strike to even up the count.
Well, you remember back in early July when Lincecum made his start against the Brewers. Jonathan Lucroy got eaten up inside a couple of times. Remember he had that thumb bruise that was giving him some problems. He missed about 3 games.
Launches one to right. Guillen going back and makes the catch for the first out. Well, this Sunday is Football Sunday on CBS 58. First, watch the Badger Sports Report at 10 a.m. Then at 10:30, get ready for the Packer game as CBS 58 Sports presents live from Lambeau. And at noon, it's the Packers against the Bills only on CBS 58. Well, some good things to talk about. A good Badger victory over Arizona State today. And then tomorrow, the Packers home opener.
And I was talking to Jonathan about Tim Lincecum. I said, you know, what do you remember about Lincecum? He said, the one thing I remember about him, he blew up my thumb when he pitched against us in Milwaukee. So he was going to be very cautious of inside tonight.
You remember the pain. Sandoval makes a nice play to retire Gallardo. 2 down quickly against Lincecum.
Guys, don't forget that stuff. You get eaten up inside. And you might think about cheating the next time you face a guy like that, thinking that you're going to get some fastballs in again. So what's Lincecum do? So Lucroy gives him a slider. Jonathan hit it pretty well to right.
Now, if he hits a home run, he's going to remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Forget the pain.
He'll remember that. Forget about that jam shot. A couple of them that night.
So Lincecum faces Ricky Weeks, and Rock, you talked a little bit about the 5 losses in August. That was a career worst streak for him. Obviously not a whole lot working for Lincecum during that stretch at all.
Yeah, 0-5, and a lot of times you say 0-5, he mustn't have got a lot of run support, but his ERA was around 8. He was not throwing very well. Giants were saying that his his mechanics were out of rhythm, and there's a lot right there to make sure you're doing right.
Good piece of hitting by Ricky Weeks. That's the first hit against Tim Lincecum here tonight. A 2-out hit for Ricky Weeks.
On an 0-2 pitch. Not a good pitch by Lincecum. Tried to elevate a fastball. Ricky got on top of it. The Brewers in the hit column. But yeah, with a delivery like the one Lincecum has, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts there. I mean, he's not a big guy. He's got arms and legs coming at you, and when one little thing might be out of rhythm, I mean, that'll mess up everything. Not just your command, but the Giants were saying that his velocity was down to around 89 miles an hour. So, obviously he has everything back working for him.
Yeah, when the velocity's not there for a guy like this, it's not going right. Corey Hart flew out to right. His first time up, launches one to center. But Ross underneath it in the heavy air here on the bay.
Get ready for the game every Sunday with the Badger Sports Report, a weekly scouting report of your Wisconsin Badgers, and me, head coach Brett Bielema.
The Badger Sports Report with Brett Bielema, Sunday morning at 10 on CBS 58. Sponsored by Davis & Gelshannon. Experienced, trusted, recommended.
BACCALAUREATE, baccalaureate.
Correct.
Since this competition has been continuing for 48 hours and we have yet to eliminate anyone, it is the decision of this board to declare all 20 contestants winners. You have all competed admirably.
Admirably. ADMIRABLY. Admirably.
AT&T is making high-speed internet affordable for only $14.95 a month. No home phone required. AT&T.
Beef, summer sausage, and salami. And because they're from Usinger's, you know they're the best. Made with all lean beef and imported spices, cured and smoked the old world way. Because quality has been Usinger's #1 ingredient for more than a century. Yeah. Made right here in Milwaukee since 1880. Usinger's, America's finest Worcester. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. You bet.
I'm John McElmott. The best way to see how something works is to take it apart. Every Nissan endures over 5,000 quality tests. These engines give you up to 34 mpg. Standard safety features, years ahead of others. Right now, lease Altima, just $199, or Sentra, just $149. Innovation for quality, innovation for all.
Visit your Greater Milwaukee Nissan dealer.
One A Day Men's, the official multivitamin of Major League Baseball, challenges you to step up to the plate for your health. Visit AskMLBTrainer.com to get a one-a-day health tip from Brewers head trainer Roger Kaplinger.
Good stuff there. We move to the bottom of the third inning now. Giants coming up. Cody Ross. 259, 11 home runs, 60 RBIs for Ross. One for 3 last night. Just 2 for his last 19, however.
Hey, Bruce Bochy just trying to figure out a way to get, some run production, moving guys around. 4 different leadoff hitters since Andres Torres was put on the disabled list.
Well, another lead runner on base, 3 consecutive innings against Yovani Gallardo.
Yeah, 3 base hits, all 3 of them leadoff hitters. But the Giants have not scored a run yet. High fastball down the middle. Ross, nice job of pulling the hands in, shooting at the right field.
That brings up the pitcher, Tim Lincecum. Brewer corner infielders coming up. Looking for the sacrifice to move the runner over. .132 lifetime batting average for Lincecum.
And the Giants done a nice job with the sacrifice bunts this year. Second most in the National League. So the Giants pitchers have handled the bat pretty well.
And Lincecum has 11 sacrifice bunts. Just got a piece of that one.
Yeah, tough pitch to bunt there. That slider down and in. Almost hit the bat and got a piece of his knee.
And Gallardo paying attention to Ross over at first. There's a chance that Andres Torres could be back next week. Had a knee procedure done back on September 12th. And the sacrifice complete, 1-4. So Ross moves into scoring position.
Yeah, well done by Tim Lincecum. Sacrifice bunt number 12 for.
Top of the order, Mike Fontenot, who singled to open up the bottom of the first inning for the Giants. But later he was thrown out trying to steal second base by Jonathan Lucroy. First pitch in for a strike. to Escobar. And a wild throw, and it's brought in nicely by Prince Fielder. The tag made on Fontenot.
Well, Escobar dropped that arm just a little bit, and it sailed on him. A nice recovery by Prince. Coming off the bag and catching the baseball and dropping the glove on him. Well, just a little high. Prince comes off, gets him on the shoulder. Good play by Prince. Saving Escobar an error.
So 2 down. Juan Uribe, the batter. Cody Ross able to get over to third base. A scoreless game here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, just getting ready to say, you got to be on your toes for Jonathan Lucroy with that curveball in the dirt. That's where Yo needs to throw. You don't want to hang it. But with a man on third, then you throw it, you got to block it. And Jonathan doing a nice job keeping that pitch close.
And they checked Kerwin Daly down at first. He said that Uribe swung, so 0-1 the count. Now it's 0-2.
Takes a big hack, doesn't he? Juan Uribe.
Boy, you bet.
I mean, he's just up there to try and hit it as hard as he can, as far as he can, even with 2 strikes.
High 1-2. Well, Wolf got the complete game shutout last night for Milwaukee. We talked about how good the starting pitching has been over the last 14 games. Yo has Milwaukee's other 2 complete game shutouts this season. When Yo is on, Yo is one of the best in the business. There's no question.
Yeah, no question about that. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. And ordinarily when he's on, he's got the curveball working and he's throwing it for strikes.
Here's the 2-2. And again, nice job behind the plate for LaCroix.
Now, this is the guy you want. You don't want to deal with Aubrey Huff. He's their best run producer. Leads the team in home runs and RBIs. He's a left-handed hitter, so you would figure Uribe to get something to hit on this pitch.
The count is full on Uribe, the shortstop for the Giants. Big hack and a miss. And Yo gets out of trouble. Brewer Big Boppers coming up in Braun and Fielder. No scores. We head to the 4th inning.
We get Jeopardy!
Everyone gets it. Do you?
Jeopardy. Get a clue.
Weekdays at 7:30 on WMLW.
Okay, listen up. You want to know what it takes to have a big built Ford Tough event? Well, you gotta have these bad boys. Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks, 33 years running. They haul more, they tow more, and do more than other trucks. And now you save more.
On F-150, get 0% financing for 60 months or up to $8,500 in total savings.
Talk about your payload. Hurry to the Built Ford Tough event before these bad boys are gone.
Takes a special kind of loco to pass. Initiation. Where the sun's so hot and rains fire. And there's no calling for help. Only reception your phone's getting is an angry look. Just when you can't take anymore, you gotta eat the flame.
Subway's turned up the heat. Introducing Subway Fiery Footlong Subs. The irresistibly hot new turkey jalapeno melt and boldacious buffalo chicken. Eat bold.
Subway Fiery Footlong Subs. Ride hard.
This season, it's time to step into the box and let it rip. Brewers Baseball is on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Powered by Prince Fielder and Ryan Braun. The Brew Crew is out to show its might in the Central. And Fox Sports Wisconsin has all the action, all season long. Tomorrow at 2:30, the Brewers battle the Giants on Fox Sports Wisconsin.
Our Heiser Automotive game reset. It is the pitcher's duel we thought it was going to be through the first 3 innings between Tim Lincecum and Yovani Gallardo, two of the best strikeout pitchers in the business right now, and they're going head-to-head, no score. Here's a look at where each pitcher is. 4 strikeouts for Gallardo, 2 so far for Lincecum.
And they're both averaging 9.7 strikeouts for 9 innings. Exactly the same.
And that's tops in the league in that category. It's amazing to me how people dress for games, Ron.
You sure they didn't just pull that out of the bay?
That could very well be. Don't need a ticket if you come out of the bay looking like that, do you?
Yeah, who's going to stop you?
Ryan Braun 0 for 1. 308 on the year, 22 home runs, 89 RBIs. Back in his home state of California. A lot of family and friends, of course, here in San Francisco coming to watch him play. And good friends with Yovani Gallardo. Those two came up in the minors together. Former minor league roommates. Braun grounds out to short. Take a look at our Subway trivia tonight here in Game 2 of the series. Who is the Brewers' career leader in shutouts on 3 hits or less by a left-handed pitcher?
Nice.
Randy Wolf got his first as a Brewer pitcher last night, the lefty.
I know Mike Caldwell had his share of shutouts. Might be him.
Prince Fielder with 1 down. Fielder walked back in the first. On that trivia question, I immediately thought of Caldwell.
Right.
And Teddy Higuera.
Okay. But
could be another lefty on that list that might surprise you as
okay.
well.
So they told you the answer?
There might be. There might be. Fielder in the gap, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall.
He missed first.
And he missed first base, has to go back. Wow.
Yeah, well, you can't go. If you miss first, the umpire's going to see it. Somebody for the Giants is going to see it, so you better go back. You know, he gets around the bag. He stopped for a minute, then kept going, and that's basically telling everybody, I think I missed first base. So you got to stop and go back and touch it. Yep, never did touch it. There he stops, slows down, keeps going. Eddie Cedar, I would imagine, just screaming for Prince to get back to first base.
So with 1 down, Fielder at first.
And you know Eddie Cedar's voice can carry pretty well.
Yes, indeed.
Well, he just hammers this baseball into center field. And he was looking at the bag, but yeah, he just missed it. And you got to go back.
Well, you could see the legs of Eddie Cedar making that motion too. He kind of jumped his way in there.
Now, if you just keep going and not slow down and hesitate a little bit, you keep going to second base, you might have a chance. But once you do that, that's telling everybody in the ballpark, I even think I missed first base. So you got to go back and touch it.
Take your single and let your teammates go to work with you.
Better off at first than being called out.
So Casey McGee a chance here, and he's brought in Prince a few times this year. Casey McGee, of course, tremendous numbers. 94 RBIs, trying to close in on 100. Ryan Braun has the club record for RBIs by a third baseman, which is 97. So Casey getting close. Ground ball in the hole in left field for a base hit, so 2 aboard.
Now, right now, Prince Fielder kicking himself because he's thinking I might have been able to score on that. Of course, no, it wasn't hit all that hard, and the question was it going to go into left field? So he probably wouldn't have gotten a very good break off of second base. So Casey out in front of an off-speed pitch, stays on it long enough to muscle it into left field.
Carlos Gomez, the batter, 1 down, and the Brewers have their biggest threat of the game against Tim Lincecum. Gomez to center, and that falls in for a base hit. Prince had to wait to see if that ball would be caught, so runners advance only a base. However, they are loaded with one down.
Yeah, talking about station to station for Prince here, right?
Boy, you're not kidding.
I mean, it's easy to tell from up here that that ball is going to be a base hit, but from where Prince is at, you know, he's taking his lead. He's not sure, but you could tell up here that it was going to be out of the reach of Uribe. Prince not really sure about it. He didn't want to get doubled off, so, you know, 3 consecutive singles, bases loaded.
This might be the safest inning Prince has had on the base paths in his career.
Right.
But
station
you know what?
To station.
You got to play it safe, because look at the scenario now.
Right.
Escobar with the bases loaded. Swings and misses at that first pitch. Escobar grounded out to second his first time up. One of Escobar's big pluses this year is he's had a lot of success getting base hits with runners in scoring position. Among the best in the league.
Oh, and that's due to his ability to go to right field and hit with 2 strikes. Usually guys that can do both of those things are going to be successful in those run scoring opportunities.
And now he's down to the count 1-2. Fielder looks on from third. McGee over at second base. And Gomez hit first. Brewers are 3 singles with 1 down here in this inning. 2-2.
Lincecum out there talking to himself. He threw Escobar the changeup, spiked it in the dirt. This is the pitch he wants to get it done on here. 2-2.
High ball 3, 3-2. Fans wanted a strike.
Yep, slider takes a little off, fools Escobar, and just barely a little high, if at all.
LaCroix watches from the on-deck circle. To third. They'll come home for the force on Fielder and get the second out in the lead runner.
Well, you wonder why he didn't step on third. He was right by third base. Step on third and go to first. That's a double play. Well, and now the Brewers get an extra swing. That's not a very good defensive play by Sandoval right there. Watch how close he is to third base. Just go over there, step on third, and go to first. That's about as easy as a double play as you'll find. But he did get the lead out. Not a very good throw to home either.
Well, we saw the miscues last night. A lot of that's mental. 2 down. LaCroix. Big opportunity right here to try to get the Brewers on the board. He had bases loaded with 1 down. Bases remain loaded with 2 down. To right field. Will it fall in? It will. Base hit. 1 run in. 2 runs in for Milwaukee. Gomez holds on. I should say Escobar over at third. And LaCroix delivers with a bloop single that scores 2 runs.
Now he got in on his hands once again. So the decision by Sandoval to go to home plate and not get the double play cost Lincecum 2 runs. So once again, bad defense by the Giants has reared its head once again. Another jam shot and slices it right down the right field line. With the bases loaded, good speed on the bases and 2 outs. Brewers on the board with a 2 spot in the 4th.
And now Yovani Gallardo, who swings an excellent bat for a pitcher. Came into the game with a .268 average, 4 home runs and 8 RBIs on the season. including 4 doubles as well. Runners at the corners. There are 2 down. Yo is quickly down to the count 0-2. And Gallardo strikes out. But the Brewers come up with a big 2-run single with 2 down by LaCroix.
Volkswagen presents the Punch Dub Punch of the day.
White one.
Hurry in and see what everyone is punching about. The Volkswagen TDI Clean Diesels are here. Get exceptional fuel economy without sacrificing performance. And right now, take advantage of federal tax credits on the entire TDI family, including Jetta, Golf, Jetta Sportwagon, and Touareg. Get a great deal on the widest selection of clean diesel models from the #1 brand in clean diesel technology, including 0% APR on the 2010 Jetta TDI. Visit your Milwaukee area.
You can't really tell what people are made of on a sunny day. No, we find our true selves in the storm. This is the story of the Margraf family and the silver lining. On a summer day in June, a tornado touches down in Hartford, Wisconsin. Since all the power is out, Ray and Sue and their son Zach go to get a burger. Upon returning, a neighbor informs them that some woman was climbing around on their roof while they were gone. A note on their door explains it. The woman, from their insurance company, has already checked out the storm damage, and there's already a check in the mailbox for debris removal. Another note says if there's any further damage, just let us know. Now, what kind of insurance company would inspect the damage and issue a check before you even phone in a claim? The kind of insurance company Ray and Sue have. West Bend. It's true what they say. Storm clouds do have silver linings. Because the worst brings out our best.
Criminal Minds, Sunday at 3 on WMLW.
There's Randy Wolf, relaxed after a big win last night, sees his team up in game 2. A complete game shutout for Randy Wolf last night, doing the job in game 1 in a 3-0 victory. His 8th career complete game shutout, first however since 2008 and first in a Brewer uniform. He pitched a gem.
Yes, he did. He got a lot of outs on first pitch, second pitch, and it was amazing to watch him. Pitch 6 innings, a combined 14 pitches. That's what allowed him to pitch deep into the game and get that complete game shutout. And Randy Wolf in his last 10 starts, ever since that start in Pittsburgh where he gave up 12 runs, he has been unbelievably consistent, and you can see the results, 5-2 and a 266 earned run average.
So now he has been staked to a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Meaty part of the order, starting with Aubrey Huff. There are the final numbers on Wolf last night. 6 strikeouts, just 111 pitches. I think we were through the 6th inning last night, and I think he was under 60 pitches, if I recall. I know you were keeping track of that.
Man, Madison Bumgarner wasn't bad either. You know, bad defense that we've been talking about cost him 3 runs. And in Bumgarner's last 4 starts, the Giants have scored a combined 2 runs for him. He deserves a lot better. He pitched well. But Randy Wolf was better.
Off to second. And Weeks takes care of business. That's our first out. Take a look at our Subway trivia answer. Who is the Brewers' career leader in shutouts on 3 hits or less by a left-handed pitcher? Teddy Higuera with 4.
Teo, you betcha. Boy, he was something. He was as dominant as any pitcher I had ever caught. You can see where Mike Caldwell is on that list. How about our boy Jerry Augustine on the list with 2?
Nice, Jerry. He's the man. He says he can still throw at least 80 out there.
Well, Juan Nieves, I remember one of those complete game shutouts. The no-no.
You got it. You were there for that one. You had a pretty good seat. Squatted down behind home plate.
I think I was had an up close and personal view of a couple of those Teddy Higuera ones too, or maybe one.
Did you ever catch Mike Caldwell?
I did. Yeah. First couple of years.
First couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, he was something. I bet he topped that at about 87 miles an hour.
Is that right?
The ball just dropped right off the table. Nothing. out of Caldwell's hand.
Well, Buster Posey is poised to see a lot of great pitchers in his day if he continues the rookie season he's having here. He already has the beneficiary of catching Tim Lincecum. Barry Zito on the slate tomorrow.
Zito's had a nice year, but he's had a rough stretch. He's in the middle of a rough stretch right now.
Yeah, he has not won in his last 11 starts, including 9 losses in his last 12 appearances. Fly ball right field. Corey Hart gets a beat on it. 2 down. Don't miss Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Dave Matthews, Neil Young, Kenny Chesney, and more as Farm Aid's 25th anniversary concert plays at Miller Park on Saturday, October 2nd. Tickets on sale now. Call 414-902-4000 or visit tickets.com. Should be a lot of fun. Big 25th anniversary. Farm Aid coming from all over the country. 2 down now for Pat Burrell, the left fielder. Burrell last night 1 for 3. Fly ball left field. Is it fair or foul? And he pulls it foul. Boy, really got a hold of that one.
Yeah, slider up. Didn't do much, and Pat Burrell not able to wait back long enough and keep it fair. Well, talk about a hanger, up and in.
He knew it right away. Next pitch, ground ball to Escobar. And a nice tidy 1-2-3 inning in the 4th for Yo, who's been staked to a 2-0 lead.
You can watch ordinary television, or you can watch out for America's funniest home videos.
Weeknights at 5 on WMLW.
Anything's possible at HeiserHasIt.com. Find $500 and great vehicle savings. The Heiser Automotive Group wants to show you the Heiser difference at HeiserHasIt.com.
Russ Feingold's work to provide our soldiers with the support and health care they deserve has earned him the approval of Wisconsin veterans. Russ's fight to protect local jobs from being shipped overseas and create jobs here has earned him the respect of Wisconsin families and small businesses. And his stand against wasteful spending and automatic pay raises for members of Congress has earned him a lot of lonely lunches in Washington.
I'm U.S. Senator Russ Feingold, and I approve this message.
Sorry about that.
September 21st is Singles Night, presented by OnMilwaukee.com. For $40, get a due-deck ticket for the Brewers-Reds game, which includes a pregame buffet and 2 drinks per person, plus the opportunity to mingle with area singles. Visit Brewers.com/singles.
Anything's possible at HeiserHasIt.com. Find $500 and great vehicle savings. The Heiser Automotive Group wants to show you the Heiser difference at HeiserHasIt.com.
Anything's possible. 2-0 Brewers over the Giants here as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Brewers scoring 2 back in the last frame. And they'll go to the top of the order now in Ricky Weeks to get things going here in the 5th. Beautiful night for baseball in San Francisco. And the Giants have yet to score against the Brewers in this series. Brewers winning last night 3-0, up 2-0 in this game. Weeks singled back in the 3rd inning. And a liner to second base. Good play out there by Fontenot to catch up with it. And that's the first out. Let's take a look at some news and notes around baseball here today. How about your guy Troy Tulowitzki, Rock? Nobody's swinging a hotter home run bat, huh?
Man, 14 home runs in the month, and look at it, 33 RBI just when they need it most. He's got 26 home runs now, does Troy Tulowitzki. Now, some kind of Septembers that the Colorado Rockies have been pulling off last 3 years. Man.
Win again today gets them within a game of the Giants for first place entering this game here tonight. So the pressure's on for the Giants by San Diego, who's already won, and Colorado as well, as Corey Hart singles strongly into left field.
Yeah, the Bomb and Brew crew singling Tim Lincecum to death today. And 6 hits, all singles. The Brewers with 4 singles last inning to score 2 runs. That time Lincecum left a breaking pitch up.
A little bit of small ball, stolen base as well earlier by Gomez. But yeah, all those singles last inning, 4 of them produced 2 runs. So a runner aboard for Ryan Braun, 0 for 2 in this game. Chuck Hart over at first. Rockies also acquire Octavio Dotel from the Dodgers today. He won't be eligible for the playoffs, but
might get him in.
He may help him get there. He has 22 combined saves between Pittsburgh and the Dodgers this year.
Man, there's a lot of time left. There really is. I mean, the Colorado Rockies right back in it. That's going to be a very interesting finish to the National League Western Division.
He's another player that just had to pack his bag and walk across to the other dugout because they're playing each other this week.
Right.
Dodgers and Rockies. Rockies winning today 12-2 over the Dodgers. Padres winning 8-4 over St. Louis. Talked earlier about Ryan Ludwig, the former Cardinal, hitting a 3-run home run to break a tie in the top of the 9th to help the Padres win that game. Lincecum paying a lot of attention to Hart over at first. He's already given up 1 stolen base to Gomez. There goes Hart. Braun puts it in play to short. And they get Ryan Braun over at first, but Corey Hart moves into scoring position with 2 down.
Well, let's see if the Giants are going to pitch to Prince. First base home with 2 outs. Not many teams have done that this year with the option of walking them, and we'll see. Ken Maka has said he doesn't mind this situation because of Casey McGee behind Prince in the lineup.
And they will walk Prince Fielder. Prince leads the league in walks. This will be number 98 for Prince on the season.
And his 13th intentional walk.
I should say 99. He walked back in the 2nd inning as well. This stadium has seen its share of intentional walk with Barry Bonds having played here for so many years.
Yeah, Barry Bonds one year was intentionally walked over 100 times.
Intentionally walked. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that total.
Imagine that.
In the National League this year.
Yeah. Well, Albert Pujols only 34. That's because of the Matt Holliday influence in that lineup.
So 2 down for Casey McGee. He's got Hart at second and Fielder over at first. Brewers plated their 2 runs so far in this game on a 2-out single by Jonathan Lucroy.
You know, Prince with 13 intentional walks for the Brewers. You know who's second?
Alcides Escobar, having batted in front of the pitcher.
Exactly. Yeah. I bet not many people would have thought that. Ryan Braun 1 time.
Hard to walk in with Prince behind him, right?
Right.
And McGee. Swing and a miss by Casey and a big cut to even the count at 1-1. McGee singled and scored back in the 4th inning. Brewers got 3 straight singles against Lincecum to set the stage for that 2-run inning. Off Lincecum's glove to second. Fontenot takes care of McGee to end the threat here in the Brewer 5th inning. They're clinging to that 2-0 lead.
I love this Miller Lite aluminum pint.
Oh, really? Why do you love it?
I love its wide mouth. I love its resealable cap. I love that it's a pint. I love that great Pilsner taste.
Okay. Why do you love me?
And when we go out, and then I like what you're doing with this. You know, I love all your teeth.
The aluminum pint from Miller Lite. Just one more way to love the taste of your beer. Taste greatness.
Why do you love me?
You're my soulmate.
Ditto.
Get ready for the fall kickoff sale with Time Warner Cable. This week only, get an amazing deal. Get digital cable for as low as $29.95 per month for 12 months, plus DVR service free for 6 months. Pause and rewind live TV and create your own instant replays with DVR service. Call now and get 3 free months of HBO. Call 877-3-4TWC today and get installed tomorrow. Hurry, sale ends Thursday.
This just into the TV One Weather Center. As you can see, we have problems coming in from all directions. Over here we have white stuff developing, and I don't mean snow. Calcium leaching out is a sign of water or excess moisture. Coming up from the south is a band of mold or mildew. Here we see a line of cracks developing. You can check out more signs of basement water problems at everdry.com. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation. Everdry, the premier residential basement waterproofing contractor in the United States.
Family Feud, weekdays at 4 on WMLW.
The catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, coming through in the 4th inning. Yeah, that's been all the scoring. A 2 RBI, 2-out single. 2-0 Brewers as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Sandoval leading off against Yovani Gallardo. Sandoval lined out to short, his only trip up so far in this game. Look at the fog starting to get a little bit closer. It's kind of eerie, isn't it?
Yeah, well, all day you look at the Golden Gate. Could hardly see it.
Sandoval reaches on a bloop single to left field. No one could catch up to it. McGee and Escobar gave it their all, but a leadoff single again now for the Giants, and that's the 4th time in 5 innings against Yovani Gallardo.
Yeah, Sandoval able to, muscle that ball down the left field line. Didn't hit it all that well. A jam shot, a slider, and but as you mentioned, he put it in a pretty good spot out of the reach of Alcides Escobar, and a leadoff base runner once again for the Giants. For the first 5 innings, they've been able to put their leadoff hitter on.
Jose Guillen with a runner over at first base. Despite that, they have not had more than 1 base runner on at a time in each inning. So Yovani Gallardo's been able to get a strike him out, throw him out double play, some good defense. Strikeout to end the inning as well. Bruce Bochy in his 16th season managing in this division. Another single to left field. So the first 2 runners now reach for San Francisco.
September 21st is singles night, presented by OnMilwaukee.com. For $40, get a due-deck ticket, which includes a buffet and 2 drinks per person, plus the opportunity to mingle with area singles. Visit Brewers.com/singles.
Still time for you to meet someone at the stadium, huh?
Yeah. Up in the due-deck.
Not you.
Oh, no.
For
You're
a
right.
fan,
I knew you weren't talking to me.
No, I know that. Just want to make sure our viewers understood that. All right, the Giants got something going here in the 5th inning. They trail 2-0. First 2 batters have reached. on singles.
No activity in that Giants bullpen. Bruce Bochy thinking about pulling Tim Lincecum here. He's on deck.
Well, what's that tell you, Ron?
I'll tell you, that means that the Giants are desperate to score runs. That's what that means. They can't afford to pass up any chances to score runs the way they've been swinging the bats in this series.
Well, Ramon Ramirez is out there. The righty getting loose.
Maybe just a decoy. We'll see. Not that it matters a whole lot because the Brewers have no intention of getting anybody loose. So could very well, depending on what Cody Ross does here, if he doesn't get on base or advance the base runners, you might see him, go to a pinch hitter here.
Count even on Ross. To Escobar, chance for two to Weeks. Fielder high throw, pulls him off the bag, and the runner is safe.
Boy, that's a huge mistake by Ricky. Boy, talk about a room service double play. They had that one in the bag. Now Ricky let the throw get away from him. Well, one hopper to Escobar, a good throw, and just a bad throw to first. And Prince not able to get down, and Cody Ross running hard all the way down the line. Able to beat it. Just barely. Good hustle by Ross.
Throw just a little too high and off the mark. And how about this? Tim Lincecum is going to be lifted for a pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way they're having a tough time scoring runs, that's the way it goes sometimes. That's the National League. Did you see how fast Lincecum ran to home plate? That ball wasn't even on its way to first base. Lincecum running to home plate to see if he can trump his manager. But, Bruce Bochy, once Lincecum was in the box, just said, come on back here. You're not hitting.
So it's going to be Nate Shireholtz to hit.
Yeah, there was a time early in the year that it looked like Shireholtz was going to be the first baseman here. Shireholtz and Travis Ishikawa, both left-handed hitters that really haven't been able to do much.
Shireholtz at 250, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. He's 7 for his last 19 over the last 14 games he has had a chance to play. Takes a first pitch strike. So a left-handed hitting pinch hitter against the right-handed pitching Yovani Gallardo. Shireholtz officially 0 for 5 against the Brewers this season. Outside to even to count at 1-1. Just missing, boy. 2-1.
Yeah, back-to-back nights where the corners were closed. Dana Demuth very tight on the corners, and CB Buckner back there tonight, and he is hearing it from somebody in that Brewer dugout.
He's taking a long look over there. Good stop by LaCroix. Count now at 3-1. Lincecum, by the way, just 72 pitches, and he is lifted after 5, trailing 2-0.
That's what happens. I mean, your offense isn't doing much. You can't afford to pass up chances like this, and Lincecum has a short evening.
And the Giants have one of the best bullpens in the majors, so they'll rely on them for the final 4 innings. Shireholtz does his job, draws the walk to load the bases with 1 out here in the 5th.
No, it wasn't a strike early in the at-bat, and it's not a strike on a 3-ball pitch.
Ken Maka looks on from the Brewer dugout. Giants' biggest threat in the last 2 games against the Brewers. Right here. 1 down, bases loaded. Top of the order in Fontenot. Fontenot officially 1 for 2 in this game. He was caught stealing back in the first after he singled to open it up. Very familiar with Yovani Gallardo and Brewer pitching, having coming over from the Chicago Cubs. Takes the first pitch strike.
And very good at using left field in these situations. Not a guy that tries to pull the baseball, and for a left-hander, he likes the ball up and away.
Just got a piece of that pitch from Yo to fall behind 0-2.
Yeah, good curveball. Down and in. Fontenot, for a lefty, likes the ball up. And Yo bounces a curveball. And look at Jonathan block that pitch. Nice job. Well, he's squaring that shoulder, keeping it in front of him.
To Weeks, chance for 2. Escobar, and the Brewers can't turn it again. The throw a little bit wide, turned Escobar around. Sandoval scores, and the Giants within 2-1.
Yeah, Ricky having a tough time throwing the baseball in the infield here. Should have turned the double play earlier, and a bad throw to Escobar cost the Brewers the double play and a run. You just can't make mistakes defensively. That's 2 of them in the same inning. There's the big pitch to turn this at bat around for Yovani Gallardo. Went back to the curveball. Should have been a double play to end the inning, but a bad feed to Escobar cost him the double play.
Now Juan Uribe swings and misses. Gallardo has to bear down a little bit more. 79 is his pitch count right now here in the 5th. 2-1 ball game. Milwaukee on top. Ross at third. Fontenot over at first for Juan Uribe. He has struck out twice in this game. Another look at that defense by Weeks.
Yeah, the drop step. He just wasn't able to get himself in position, and you know, a wide throw to Escobar. That throw's got to be right to the chest, and if he does that, Escobar turns to 2.
A clear example of how much in rhythm that needs to be to make that work.
Right. Well, Ricky gives a little bit more of a drop step. That back leg, that right leg goes back a little bit further, and he puts his shoulders in a position to make a good feed to Escobar. He didn't drop enough. He dropped his arm, and the ball sailed on him.
Yo steps off the mound. Coming into this game, Yovani Gallardo had given up just 2 earned runs in his last 2 starts, covering 14 innings. And LaCroix somehow keeps this ball in front of him.
Yeah, that got him right on the arm. That was hurt. He's going to take a minute to get himself together. Well, he is just putting a clinic on in this inning. Yovani's been spiking a lot of curveballs, and check this one out. Not easy. That ball bounces about 2 feet in front of home plate. Look at the job for LaCroix. Squared himself up, but actually hit Uribe and stayed right in front of home plate.
All with a runner at third. Here's the 2-2 with 2 down. And again, LaCroix, nice stop.
All curveballs except one to Uribe. He's had a tough time with that pitch. But you got to get it a little closer than that to get a hitter to swing at it.
LaCroix's gotten a workout not only this inning but spanning back to the fourth. See those drop a little bit more by Yo. Fly ball, shallow center field. Escobar getting underneath it. And Yovani Gallardo gets out of a big-time jam, giving up just one run.
Are you ready to play Feud? I'm on fire.
Family Feud with new host Steve Harvey.
Weekdays at 4 on WMLW.
As summer ends, winter is closing in. Are you ready?
Call 866 for Feldco.
Feldco is making this a September to remember. Save 25% on all replacement windows, siding, and doors. Plus pay no tax and no interest until 2012.
These unforgettable savings end soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for
beef, summer sausage, and salami. And because they're from Usinger's, you know they're the best. Made with all lean beef and imported spices, cured and smoked the old world way. Because quality has been Usinger's #1 ingredient for more than a century. Yeah! Made right here in Milwaukee since 1880. Usinger's, America's finest Worcester. Yeah? Yeah! Yeah! You bet!
Have you been waiting all week for something explosive? The wait, oh my God, is over.
FBI!
All right, do it. I have a theory. I can predict the killer's actions.
All right, I got him.
What do you think you were going to save the world? Not the whole world.
Sunday at 5 on WMLW.
Brewers Baseball on WMLW is presented by Usinger's. Usinger's and baseball, it's just not summer without them. And by the Miller Lite aluminum pint, 4 more ounces of that great Pilsner taste. Golden Gate Bridge, nice view of San Francisco. And the Brewers clinging to a 2-1 lead over the Giants as we go to the 6th inning. Ramon Ramirez now on the hill to open up this frame for Tim Lincecum, who was lifted early in this one. And Ramirez has done a wonderful job out of the bullpen for San Francisco.
Yeah, talking about a pretty good job. Ramon Ramirez, outstanding work. A control pitcher, sinker slider. ERA under 1. His 21st game here tonight. And no shortage of arms, obviously, with September call-ups. 10 relievers available to Bruce Bochy, and Ramirez the first.
There are the final numbers on Tim Lincecum. 5 innings. Gave up 2 earned runs, walked 2, and struck out 3. Just 72 pitches, but Bruce Bochy going for the pinch hitter, desperate for runs. Gonzalez right out in front of the plate is thrown out by the catcher Posey.
No, Bochy, pulling him for a pinch hitter, ends up, scoring a run for the Giants. So it was a good move.
WMLW is your home for college football every Saturday morning starting at 11 a.m. with exciting gridiron games from the SEC to the MAC conferences. College football on WMLW Saturday mornings at 11. The game is on us. That's a tough decision getting back to Lincecum, though, that Bochy's got to make right there. But 14 games left in the year.
Well, you're in a pennant race, a short start. You might be able to bring him back on 3 days rest. They try and get some runs, which the Giants were able to do. They got a run out of the decision.
And those certainly weren't laboring numbers by any stretch of the imagination. Escobar down 0-2. Alcides reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th. Taps this one just foul.
Hey fans, buy your tickets now for Brewers on Deck 2011 Sunday, January 30th at the Frontier Airlines Center, featuring autographs, interactive games for kids, and more. Advance tickets on sale now. Plus, purchase by October 3rd to get a ticket voucher for a select Brewers home game next April. Call 414-902-4000 or go to brewers.com/on-deck and save on your advance tickets.
Another one fouled back by Escobar. Rockies beat the Dodgers 12-2 today. And they're within a game now in the West. San Diego winner at St. Louis 8-4. They pull in to a tie with San Francisco. Cincinnati another winner. And it looks like they're going to continue to strengthen their big lead in the NL Central.
And Philadelphia won again. They won 6 in a row.
CC Sabathia, the league's first 20-game winner today as the Yankees win. Escobar into right center. Ross for the second out. That brings up Jonathan Lucroy. He's responsible for bringing home the Brewers 2 runs. A big 2-out loop single to right with the bases loaded. First pitch, a strike from Ramirez. Boy, LaCroix and George Kataris have gotten some timely hits producing runs this season. This time he fouls out to Huff. Quick 1-2-3 inning.
Light beer, please.
More taste or less taste?
Whatever.
Okay. Can you change out your little kitty costume?
Our ever dry game reset. Brewers Giants game 2 of the series. Milwaukee getting a couple of runs on this bloop single by Lucroy back in the 4th inning off Tim Lincecum. That was with the bases loaded and 2 down. The Brewers can't turn a double play in the Giants half of the 5th inning, and they're able to play to run. And now Yovani Gallardo goes back out on the hill in the bottom of the 6th. These are his numbers so far, giving up 5 hits, 1 run, struck out 4. And his pitch count right now at 84 for Yovani Gallardo. He will face Aubrey Huff to lead off the 6th. Huff has struck out and grounded out to 2nd so far in this game. Most productive offensive threat all season long for the Giants. 25 home runs and 84 ribbies. And Versatile played most of his games over at first, but has played the outfield. And it'll be interesting tomorrow to see what the lineup looks like if Posey gets slid down to first base and Huff moves out to the outfield to keep their spots at 3 and 4 in the order. You would mention how important those 2 spots have been all year for them.
Yeah, regardless of where they play, you know they're going to be in the lineup. I mean, they are the heart and soul of this offense, and once Buster Posey was brought up from the minor leagues, this team started to play some pretty good baseball. It all started in Milwaukee. Came into a 4-game series in Milwaukee, hit 4 home runs, did Posey, and he's done a nice job protecting Huff in the lineup.
Roy will secure the strikeout to Prince Fielder for the first out here in the 6th inning.
Another curveball. I'll tell you, Yo's throwing a lot of curveballs tonight. Just when you think he's going to be going fastball slider, he's done that the last few games. He's right back to the curveball tonight. And Lucroy's done a dandy of a job keeping him in front of him.
Next Saturday, WMLW wraps up our coverage of the Brewers for 2010. The Brewers host the Marlins starting at 6 right here on WMLW. The game is on us. One down now for Buster Posey. Posey got a hit back in the second. Flew out to right in the fourth. Well, we anticipated this to be a good series, you know, with the crowd, the playoff type atmosphere, and as good as the Brewers have been pitching, matching up against the Giants pitching in this one, and it's really lived up to its billing. 2-1 game right now, 2 down in the 6 as Posey's out.
You know, coming into this series, you know, you talk to the folks up in the press box with the Giants, and you know, we talk about the Brewers, how good the pitching has been, and they've struggled to score runs. They're thinking, you know, everybody's saying this could be, you know, 2.5 hour games, and they haven't been far off. I mean, the pitching has really dominated so far. A lot of similarities between these two teams. I mean, the way they're playing right now. Good pitching, offenses have been struggling, and the team that plays the best defensively so far has won.
High fly ball by Burrell to left. Braun getting underneath it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Yovani Gallardo. 2-1 Brewers through 6.
This season, it's time to step into the box and let it rip. Brewers baseball is on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Powered by Prince Fielder and Ryan Braun. The Brew Crew is out to show its might in the Central. And Fox Sports Wisconsin has all the action, all season long. Tomorrow at 2:30, the Brewers battle the Giants on Fox Sports Wisconsin.
I'm John McCalmont. The best way to see how something works is to take it apart. Every Nissan endures over 5,000 quality tests. These engines give you up to 34 mpg. Standard safety features, years ahead of others. Right now, lease Altima, just $199, or Sentra, just $149. Innovation for quality, innovation for all.
Visit your Greater Milwaukee Nissan dealer.
Don't miss the Miller Lite Beer Pin every Friday night home game at Miller Park. Fans 21 and older can get a Miller Lite Beer Pin right field Loge bleacher ticket and a free Beer Pin t-shirt for only $20. Some restrictions apply. For tickets, call 414-902-4000.
Join Meredith Vieira and see if you can go the distance on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Weekdays at 1 on WMLW.
Brewers baseball on WMLW is presented by Heiser Automotive Group. Heiser Automotive, where anything's possible. Visit Heiser.com. And by Feldco Windows, Siding, and Doors. For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866-4FELDCO. Our Miller Lite What's on Tap as you look in from McCovey Cove. One more tomorrow back on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Coverage begins at 2:30. Then Cincinnati comes to Milwaukee for a 3-game set starting on Monday. Yovani Gallardo set to lead off the 7th inning for Milwaukee. He has a slim 2-1 lead. Has pitched a very good game against San Francisco. Let's take it back to a year ago. Last time Yo was here, boom, against Randy Johnson. A home run, and Rock, that's the only home run Johnson's ever given up to a pitcher.
It's amazing. Amazing, isn't it? All the years that Randy Johnson pitched. You know, a lot of his years obviously in the American League, but still a 3-run homer for Yo. And that was the game winner. That was early in the game.
How many times has Yo not only helped his cause, but done it via the home run? Saw it earlier this year in San Diego. Done it a couple of times this year. He's got 4 home runs this year alone, 8 in his career.
Well, he got a big base hit his last game to, you know, play a big part in the only run in the game. I mean, one of the few runs in the game.
Go ahead, partner.
Not 2-0 winning, against the Cubs, and Yo was involved offensively.
Fouls this one right near us. Yo hanging tough with the count full of 3-2 to lead off the 7th. See if he can jumpstart this offense. They need some more runs. And he draws the walk to open things up. And take a look at those 4 home runs here in the 2010 season for Yovani Gallardo. They've all played a pretty major role against the Padres back in May. Didn't hit too many home runs in that ballpark. Then in Florida against the Marlins. Empty seats out there, but the Brewers certainly needed the production.
That was the first run of that ball game on June 29th against the Astros at Miller Park. Into the Brewers bullpen. And then against the Reds, Oppo. And again in that Cubs start, his last start, a leadoff double. He'd come around to score on a Ryan Braun double. So not only does Yovani Gallardo pull his weight out on the mound, but does a pretty good job at the plate.
So 4 home runs in 4 doubles. He's the NL leaders as a pitcher for home runs, well ahead of the pack. Ricky Weeks. That one's in for a strike to even it up at 1-1. Javier Lopez starts to get loose in the Giants bullpen.
Getting ready for Prince.
Broken bat just shatters in the infield. And the Giants can't turn the double play but get the lead runner in Yovani Gallardo.
Yeah, no chance. Ball not hit hard enough. Not the way Ricky Weeks gets down that line. Yeah, good pitch by Ramirez once again, a slider, and Ricky shatters his bat. Not enough on it to turn the double play, so good speed at first.
So Ricky is there with 1 down. Corey Hart, the batter for the Brewers. He singled his last time up. Hart 1 for 3, 279 on the season, 28 home runs, 91 RBIs. The home runs a career high for him in a season. The 91 RBIs tie a career high. It's pretty amazing when you know that the last couple of weeks of the baseball season are upon us, and what kind of year that Corey Hart's been able to put together. As you see Casilla and Lopez warming up in that bullpen right now for the Giants, especially after how it started, like a no-roll type of position for Corey Hart.
And it speaks a lot to his tenacity and his mental makeup, hanging in there, won his job back, and one of the best run producers in the league. 2-time All-Star Corey Hart signed a 3-year contract.
Corey down 2 strikes. Ryan Braun waits on deck. Weeks over at first. 1-2.
He throws a lot of sliders. He really does. Takes a big toll on his arm. One after the other with some sink in his fastball. That slider's his best pitch. He's thrown a ton of them. Comes another.
High fly ball, shallow right. Fontenot goes out and makes the second out of the game, of the inning right here.
For just $18, get 1 Terrace Reserve ticket to select Brewers games and 1 2010 adult admission ticket to the Milwaukee County Zoo, plus a free tote bag. For details, call 414-902-4000 or visit brewers.com/zoo.
Now Ryan Braun, who has had a quiet night, 0 for 3. A couple of infield groundouts his last 2 times up. Quick throw over to check Weeks at first. Brawny, a spectacular stretch since August 1st. We talked about it earlier, entering the game with a .401 average since August 1st. 307 on the season.
And he's really done a nice job swinging at strikes. There was a stretch where he was swinging at everything. I mean, pitches in, up, off the plate, but he's got that on-base percentage back up over 360. You swing at strikes, it makes your job at the plate much easier.
Came into the game tied for second in hits in the league with 176. Last night he had 2 doubles, and so that ties him for first in multi-hit games. Prince Fielder in the on-deck circle. Ramirez working his second inning out of the bullpen. Weeks takes off. Braun fouls one back. We showed Yovani Gallardo. He drew a walk to lead off this inning, and his home runs, the 4 he has. You know, Ryan Braun was talking earlier about Yovani Gallardo. He said, you know, when he's pitching and in the lineup, it's like having a DH. He's that good. That's how strong that bottom of the order gets.
And he's no easy out. Saying that he's a DH, yeah, maybe a bit strong. But he's a tough out for a pitcher.
It's a tough out.
Let's put it that way, right? Let's not get crazy here.
I'm just here to quote him, my friend. Ryan Braun likes to go on the extremes a little bit. Braun puts it in play. Sandoval just beats him for the 3rd out. 6.5 in the books. 2-1 Brewers.
Every day inside Judge Hatchett's courtroom, she makes a difference.
They're children trying to play grown-up games. Since you've been 14, you've been a prostitute.
By thinking outside the courtroom.
Judge Hatchett sent Kenesha to Africa.
This is where my father passed away. This is ground zero.
If you work hard, it pays off.
Judge Hatchett.
You ready to change your life? Yes.
Making a difference in everyday lives.
Weekdays at 8 on WMLW.
Hey, Donald.
Here you go. I made it myself.
Helping. Pass it on.
Ooh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Check out today's exclusive content. Click on the Brewers tab on foxsportswisconsin.com.
Top event? Well, you gotta have these bad boys. Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks, 33 years running. They haul more, they tow more, and do more than other trucks. And now you save more.
On F-150, get 0% financing for 60 months or up to $8,500 in total savings.
Talk about your payload. Hurry to the Built Ford Tough event before these bad boys are gone.
Our Usingers game summary. Brewers Giants here in game 2 of the series. Luke Roy, the blue double with 2 down and the bases loaded, plates the Brewers 2 runs in this game. And Yovani Gallardo has done a pretty nice job against the Giants. However, a failed attempt at a double play gets San Francisco within 2-1, but Yo's still out there as the Giants go to bat here in the 7th inning. He has a 2-1 lead right now. Two-1 lead for Yovani Gallardo in San Francisco. Not able to score in yesterday's game. Just one so far here. Sandoval pops out to McGee.
Another jam shot off the bat of Sandoval. Fastball by Yo. Got a little bit of the plate, and Sandoval just not able to get the big part of the bat on it. Looks like he's got a very slow bat tonight.
He's been in a big-time slump. Had a base hit earlier tonight and scored the run, but he hadn't played the last couple of games either. That brings up Jose Guillen. He singled back in the 5th inning.
Runzel will probably start the 8th. Prince Fielder leading off.
Lefty out in the Giants bullpen right now, warming up as you see Guillen's night so far. Fly ball right field. Corey Hart makes the catch. Just that fast. 2 down for Gallardo. And his pitch count right now just under 100 at 98.
Yeah, you had the off day on Thursday. You didn't need the back end of your bullpen yesterday, so I would imagine that Ken Maka not going to be afraid to go to his bullpen, and in particular John Axford early tonight. Could very well be Yo's last hitter or last inning.
Cody Ross, who's reached base twice, 1 for 2 tonight, singled back in the 3rd inning. Ken Maka announcing this weekend that Mark Rogers will get a couple of starts before the end of the year. The first will be on September 24th against Florida on the next homestand. Brewers will go with basically a 6-man rotation to close it out.
Yep, give him a start against the Marlins and then against the Mets in New York.
And by making that announcement, they told Doug Davis they will not need him to make a start the rest of the way as he tries to rehab back. Another strikeout for Yo, and that ends the Giants' 7th. Casey McGee due to lead off the Brewer 8th when we come back.
Celebrities take big risks for big money, all for charity.
I am ready to play.
This week on Millionaire.
Monday at 1 on WMLW.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Seen this on TV, pretending to be a news report? It's a Russ Feingold attack ad. This newscaster station says Feingold took their report out of context and that it's just plain wrong. The Associated Press says Feingold's ad is misleading and Ron Johnson's loans came from private investors. Russ Feingold, wrong, misleading, dirty tricks. After 18 years in Washington, Russ is just like the rest of them.
Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you.
Now, lease a Lincoln MKS for $399 a month or buy it with 0% APR financing for 60 months.
Saturday morning with the Andersons. They live at American.
Okay, Megan to dance, Gordy to soccer. What else?
How about some furniture shopping?
Aha! Cupcakes for Megan's sleepover.
I'll make the cupcakes. So you can go furniture shopping.
Wait, why furniture today?
You know what I always say, never put off till tomorrow.
Gordon's right, Jill. There's no time like the present. Now you can get a 50-inch flat panel TV free when you spend $2,000 on furniture.
Oh, now I get it.
Check out some TV stands.
Our Feltco call to the bullpen. The Giants going for their third pitcher of the night, the lefty Dan Runzler, and he'll open up facing Prince Fielder.
Yeah, 38th game, only 30 innings for Runzler. He'll come in for a left-hander or two. That's it. Good record though, 3-0. Missed 47 games on the disabled list this year. Dislocated left patella. He did it while he was in the middle of his first major league at bat. So he and Todd Coffey should not hit anymore.
How about that? You got that right. That's how Coffey ended up on the DL. Fielder hustling, but the throw beats him. Catch all the action of the 2010 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins October 6th with the Division Series on TBS. The Giants obviously hoping they will be there, but boy, things are tight in the West with the Padres and Rockies already winning, and the Giants trailing in this game could fall out of first. And Bruce Bochy coming to make another pitching change. Runzler gets Fielder, does his job.
Get unbelievable savings during the Crazy Day sale at Menards. For 3 days only, get unbelievable deals. Prices so low, they're crazy. Reversible composite decking is just 99 cents a linear foot. This 4-piece 18-volt combo kit is only $49 after rebate. An infrared halogen oven, just $39. Or get a gallon of interior flat paint free after rebate. But hurry, the sale ends Sunday, and you don't want to miss these prices.
Save big money at Menards.
Well, I grew up as a troubled youth. When I went to jail, my mom expressed to me how disappointed she was. I wanted to prove myself to her. I was in my 3rd month of college when she passed on. So I went from jail to judge in 15 years. First thing I did when I was sworn in was look up and say, we did it.
Weekdays at 9 and 11 on WMLW.
Every day inside Judge Hatchett's courtroom, she makes a difference.
They're children trying to play grown-up games. Since you've been 14, you've been a prostitute.
By thinking outside the courtroom.
Judge Hatchett sent Kenesha to Africa.
This is where my father passed away. This is ground zero.
If you work hard, it pays off.
Judge Hatchett.
You ready to change your life? Yes.
Making a difference in everyday lives.
Weekdays at 8 on WMLW.
Sergio Romo now in for the Giants, reliever out of the bullpen to face Casey McGee. One down here in the 8th inning, nobody on. And a 2-1 ball game, and Bruce Bochy, of course, making every move possible to try to preserve this deficit and let his team come back.
Romo, outstanding numbers. 62nd appearance, second only to Brian Wilson on the Giants with appearances this year. 237 earned run average and a lot more strikeouts than innings pitched. He has been very good.
Well, we talked about the job that Ramirez has done this season. Runzler came in and got Fielder lefty versus lefty, but this bullpen overall has really been a nice complement to the starting pitching.
And both aspects have been very good all year. Second in the league in earned run average. I mean, everything's got to be working for you very well to have an ERA under 4.
McGee lines one foul. He's down to the count now, 1-2. Checks that bat, and it may have broken on him, and checks out okay.
Yeah, San Diego Padres have the best earned run average in the National League at 3.45. The Giants at 3.47. They're second. So they're right behind the Padres.
McGee reaches out for one and strikes out.
Very good slider. Kind of got onto the side of it and had a big sweeping movement to it. Not a whole lot of downward movement on it. Started out her half, ended up off the outside corner. See that arm action. Good pitch. And drops down to low 3/4 and the slider off the corner.
Two down now for Carlos Gomez. He continues to have a productive road trip. He's been on base twice in this game. He has a single and a stolen base. He's scored a run. You know, this strong finish that Gomez is trying to put together here will speak volumes, you would think, during the offseason on how the Brewers will handle his situation as well come spring training.
And if he finishes well, you either keep him around and give him some playing time or maybe trade him. You don't know, but you know, he certainly increased his stock in the last few days.
Lofts one shallow center. The second baseman Fontenot comes in to take care of business. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Milwaukee.
Hey, can I get a light beer?
Okay. Do you care how it tastes?
No, I don't care how it tastes.
You sure? Because we have Miller Lite.
I said I don't care how it tastes.
No need to get your panties in a bunch.
Man up. Because if you're drinking a light beer without great Pilsner taste, you're missing the point of drinking beer. Grab a triple hops brewed Miller Lite. Taste greatness.
Every day is game day during Game Day Matchup, September 5th through the 25th at Oneida Casino. Mondays through Thursdays, spin and win when you match Green Bay's score. Fridays through Sundays, earn 7 times tickets towards Game Day Matchup drawings. Win Desmond Howard Fine Art Prints, promo play, or up to $1,000 in cash. Meet Desmond Howard on September 27th. Game Day Matchup, September 5th through the 25th at Oneida Casino. Fun is our game.
This just into the TV1 Weather Center. As you can see, we have problems coming in from all directions. Over here we have white stuff developing, and I don't mean snow. Calcium leaching out is a sign of water or excess moisture. Coming up from the south is a band of mold or mildew. Here we see a line of cracks developing. You can check out more signs of basement water problems at everdry.com. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation. Everdry, the premier residential basement waterproofing contractor in the United States.
America's Funniest Home Videos. Weeknights at 5 on WMLW.
Back in San Fran, going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Picturesque ninth for baseball. Brewers lead it 2-1. Cameron Lowe now in for Milwaukee out of the bullpen. They all got a break with the complete game by Randy Wolf today. And Gallardo's night has done 7 strong innings, 1 earned run, and 6 strikeouts, Rock.
Yeah, really had established that curveball all night long. It was fastball, slider, curveball for Yo. And Johnny Lucroy doing a bang-up job keeping that ball in front of him. Pitch count got Yovani tonight a little bit over 100, but with a well-rested bullpen, you know, Ken Maka not afraid to go to the back end of his pen.
3rd consecutive start of going 7 innings. And over those 21 innings, 3 earned runs, including tonight's 1. So Yo has a pretty good stretch going, in line for a victory if the Brewer bullpen can hang on here the last 2 innings. And maybe get that offense to crank up some insurance runs in the 9th. But it's up to Cameron Lowe. It's all right here.
Yeah, he pitched well his last time out. Last pitched on Wednesday against the Astros in the Brewers' victory. Pitched an inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball, giving up only 1 base hit.
Travis Ishikawa, the pinch hitter in the pitcher spot to lead off. Long out to Gomez in center field here in the 8th.
You just don't even get excited when the ball's hitting the air in this ballpark, do you?
It's unbelievable.
Unless it's right down the right field line. Zach Braddock getting loose. He hasn't pitched since Monday, so he's well rested. Ball just doesn't travel very well here.
You can see the ball pop off the bat, and you know if you're in other parks, something's going to happen, but not here.
Well, Corey Hart hit one to center field that I think at Miller Park might have had a chance, but boy, ball just dies here. Goes nowhere.
Last night we saw 2 hit balls off the wall yesterday between these two teams. That's as close as it got.
And they're right down the left field line.
Yep. So top of the order, Mike Fontenot, a single and an RBI in this game. The Giants, after scoring 10 runs on Thursday to move into sole possession of first place, have scored only 1 run against Brewer pitching in almost 2 games now.
Yeah, how about that curveball right there?
I guess you can see through those, huh? Well, but let me just ask this. You've never had one of those on, right?
Yeah, I never have.
Oh, boy. It's amazing they're in every ballpark, right? Fontenot pulls this one foul. John Axford now getting loose in the Brewer bullpen, along with Braddock. It's amazing what a complete game can do for you, especially following a full day off the calendar.
Yeah. 2 full days off for the bullpen.
Little roller to McGee. And Fontenot is retired, 2 down. Got a few Brewer fans in the house. Curtis Menzel from Wisconsin, we've been told, in the house.
Really? You know him?
Been told. Tom and Barb from Cudahy are here and say hi to everybody. Go Brewers. Thompson family from Verona back in here for game 2 of the series as well, sitting in front of us. Low working to Uribe with 2 down here in the Giants' 8th. So you've done wine country one day and the wharf the next day. You've done it upright.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back home.
All the fun you can handle in 2 days.
I've done it all. Time to go home.
Another big swing and a miss.
Well, he just takes a monster hack every time. And a little cutter, maybe slider, something that had a little wrinkle in it. And a sinker off the corner. Look at that swing by Juan Uribe.
He's already struck out twice in this game. Here's the 2-1. Misses 3-1. Left-handed hitting Aubrey Huff waits on deck.
That's why Zach Braddock's getting loose in that bullpen. If Uribe gets on, it's going to be Braddock to face Aubrey Huff.
Tap foul, 3-2. Well, consecutive sellout crowds here at AT&T Park, and the Brewers have done a great job of silencing a team on the edge, hoping for their first playoff berth since 2003. 25th sellout for this organization this year.
Giants closer getting loose.
Brian Wilson. Here's the 3-2 from Lowe. Line foul again. Right in front of the bullpen down there, and Wilson's got a lot of security guards down there, if you will. Got to have your teammates down to that open bullpen.
Yeah. Got the pitch coach down there, the bullpen coach rather, and you got the protector of the catcher, more importantly.
High fly ball. Escobar. Shallow left. And Cameron Lowe does the job out of the bullpen. We go to the ninth, 2-1 Milwaukee.
Have you heard about this?
This is a new movie channel. Plays movies and more all day long.
Movies from the classic age of cinema.
Films that made it big at the box office.
Old TV movies I haven't seen in years.
And films with big stars before they were stars.
This is just what I needed.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is cool.
This is very cool.
This
is my new movie channel.
For movies and more, it doesn't get any better than this.
News tonight about Senate candidate Ron Johnson's Oshkosh Plastics Factory.
I have never lobbied for some special treatment or for a government payment.
Johnson's plastic company, Packer, got a government loan to expand its business.
A railroad line to Packer was built with the assistance of a federal grant.
I have never lobbied for some special treatment or for a government payment.
Ron Johnson loves to say that government doesn't create jobs, but in the case of his own business, that doesn't seem to be true.
I'm Russ Feingold, and I approve this message.
Get unbelievable savings during the Crazy Day sale at Menards. For 3 days only, get unbelievable deals. Prices so low, they're crazy. Reversible composite decking is just 99 cents a linear foot. This 4-piece 18-volt combo kit is only $49 after rebate. An infrared halogen oven, just $39. Or get a gallon of interior flat paint free after rebate. But hurry, the sale ends Sunday, and you don't want to miss these prices.
Save big money at Menards.
Rachel Ray, weeknights at 7 on WMLW.
Well, we had a pitcher's duel last night. Another one here in this one in Game 2. And the Brewers winning last night in position for another win here. Cameron Lowe doing the job out of the bullpen, pitching a 1-2-3 eighth. And now the Giants closer, Brian Wilson, out on the mound, pitching to Alcides Escobar, trailing in this game 2-1. Outstanding season for Wilson, tied to the majors for the lead in saves with 43.
Not often you bring your closer in down by a run in the ninth inning. That's how important this game is. The Brewers have the bottom of their batting order due up. Now last pitch 3 days ago against the Dodgers.
They lost tonight by the Giants, will drop them a half game behind the Padres. Strike into Escobar, 3-1.
Up on Wednesday, he got the save against the Dodgers, but he gave up a run. A couple of strikeouts, though. National League leader in saves.
He's a two-time All-Star, including this season. Count now 3-2 on Escobar.
Yeah, it's been all cut fastballs by Brian Wilson. Haven't really seen that mid to upper 90s fastball yet.
Everyone up on the rail in that Brewer dugout. Escobar, slow roller. Huff has to toss to Wilson, covering, and a good play for the out by San Francisco. Not an easy one against the speedy Escobar, and the closer put into a tough role there.
Yeah, good job by Wilson getting over there. He got off the mound quickly, never did hesitate, and a good feed by Huff to get Escobar, who looks like he's limping a bit as he went by first base. Running well there, just did nip him. You can see the way he kind of stumbled when he hit the bag, maybe twisted his ankle a bit. Almost took out the first base umpire. Good call down there.
Maybe that left ankle. One down for Jonathan Lucroy, who's the offensive hero for the Brewers so far in this game. A 2-out, 2 RBI single against Tim Lincecum that came back in the 4th inning. That's been all the runs the Brewers have been able to muster. They had 4 singles in that inning. Brewers have not had a hit since the 5th. All singles tonight. Two runs on 6 hits. Fly ball right field. Ian gets underneath this one. 2 down. Now Joe Inglet will pinch hit in the number 9 spot, the pitcher's spot here in the Brewer order. See if Joe Inglet can get a 2-out rally going for the Brewers. Nobody better in the business at pinch hitting than Joe Inglet.
Yeah, there's that big fastball that we've been waiting for. Now finally a left-handed batter up there, and Wilson uncorks one at 98. A lot of cut fastballs to Lucroy and to Escobar.
And Inglet, of course, a Sacramento native, so he's got family and friends here at the series this weekend. "19 pinch hits lead the majors. Brewers expanded the roster, of course, so we've seen a little bit more of Matt Gamble in a pinch hitting role. This one misses outside. 97 mile an hour.
And fans wanted that one, but that hasn't been a strike all night. Nothing close to that outside corner to lefties has been called all night.
Little bloop into center and caught out there. Nice catch by Ross on the run. 2-1 ball game. The Brewers now go to their closer, John Axford, and he's going to face a meaty part of that order in Huff, Posey, and Burrow.
Have you heard about this?
This is a new movie channel. Plays movies and more all day long.
Movies from the classic age of cinema.
Films that made it big at the box office.
Old TV movies I haven't seen in years.
And films with big stars before they were stars.
This is just what I needed.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is cool.
This is very cool.
This
is my new movie channel.
For movies and more, it doesn't get any better than this.
Think all we do is serial killers? Trust me, we cover the whole spectrum of psychos. He's cutting their hearts out. He's not afraid to get dirty.
The house is on fire. Why would he stay inside of it?
He wanted to watch them burn.
8 victims killed last night with a .44 Magnum. Hunting is their sport. Humans are their targets.
The key to stopping them Fire, hanging, now we've got a drowning. is in the art of the kill. Criminal Minds. We got him.
Sunday at 3 on WMLW. How far would you go?
I'm gonna go.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
How much could you take?
I think I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown. This bites.
How long would you last?
That's a good question.
If you had a chance
I hope you like confetti.
to win $1 million,
I'm so excited.
join Meredith Vieira and see if you can go the distance on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Weekdays at 1 on WMLW.
Well, Ken Baca returning to the Bay Area, of course, managing in Oakland, trying to sneak out another victory against the Giants and play the role of spoiler as John Axford, the Brewer closer, out on the hill right now in a 2-1 game as we go to the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, looking for save number 22 in 24 opportunities. It picked up his 8th win of the year on Wednesday in the Brewers' 10-inning victory over the Astros. Pitched 2 innings to get the win. Did not allow a run and struck out 2.
Axford will face the left-handed hitting Aubrey Huff first here in the ninth. Giants trying to use the sellout crowd to their advantage. They were on their feet in between innings. Many still there. First place on the line for San Francisco here tonight. The Padres have already won. The Rockies just behind have already won. And after grabbing first place on Thursday, the Giants on the verge of falling back out by a half a game with a loss here to the Brewers tonight. There's a strike by Axford to even it up at 1-1.
Well, Axford's had the good velocity, not the 96, 97 consistently, but he's been in the low to mid 90s, 93 to 95. His curveball's been a very good pitch for him.
Huff has struck out twice tonight and grounded out to second. And it's 3-1. Buster Posey waits on deck. And this one in for a strike. Boy, Huff on his way to first.
Well, and that Giants dugout is livid with C.B. Buckner. Right at the bottom. Even if it was at the bottom, he rings it up. Is Bochy not happy with that call? That's a big base runner right there. Look low.
Count now full. Swing and a miss, and Huff slams his bat down on the ground.
He got the breaking ball, and Aubrey Huff upset with T.B. Buckner and himself, I would imagine. Good breaking ball from Axford. Takes a lot of guts to throw that pitch. Full count. Here it comes. The breaking ball, and he's way out in front of it. Boy, Brewers got a break on that 3-1 pitch, and John Axford took advantage of it and struck him out.
One down for Buster Posey. Big swing and a miss at that first pitch from John Axford. Posey got a base hit back in the second, then flew out to right and grounded out to short. Aubrey Huff in a huff over there in that dugout. Another strike. So Axford ahead, 0-2. Good stop by LaCroix. Boy, you really sense this playoff atmosphere in this ballpark.
Yeah.
Both dugouts on the rails.
Yeah, good for both teams, really, right? I mean, if you're finishing out the string and you're not in the hunt, this is what you want. You want this kind of atmosphere, this energy, the intensity late in the ball game. You bet.
Many fans standing. A 1-2. Fouled back. including tonight. The Giants, 14 games left on the slate. They have each of the next 2 Mondays as scheduled days off. The last 3 games of the year, they will host the Padres. And again, Posey stays alive.
And remember, they go to Colorado for 3 games. Do the Giants. Don't forget about the Rockies in this race.
Rockies acquired Octavio Dotel today from the Dodgers. Not eligible for postseason, but trying to help him get into the playoffs. This one fouled down the right field line.
Posey hanging in there, just trying to make contact. The curveball as low as 80, the fastball up to 96.
And again, another one fouled away. So the count remains 1-2. Axford hanging tough out on the mound. Pat Burrell on the on-deck circle. Giants have managed just 5 hits in this ball game. A 7-pitch at bat so far for Posey. And he checked his swing to stay alive. 2-2 the count.
And once again, look at Jonathan Lucroy. Textbook. Kid's had a heck of a game tonight, has Jonathan Lucroy. Driven in 2 runs. And how many pitches has he blocked in the dirt?
Several from Yo with a runner at third, that's for sure. Going away 3-2. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming to Posey. Swing and a miss, and he stays alive, just gets a piece of it.
Kid's a tough out, isn't he?
Boy, oh boy.
And just trying to put the ball in play. Here's a slider that time. Good pitch by John Axford and spoiled by Posey. He's a heck of a hitter. Just barely got the end of the bat on it.
Full count. 11th pitch in this at bat coming up to Posey. Swing and a miss, and Axford wins that battle 2 down.
Yep, up in the zone at 95 miles an hour. Just could not catch up to it. How about that? 11 pitches and John Axford wins it. Check it out. Here it is, hit it right down the middle, and Posey with a big swing comes up empty. Boy, going for the downs on that one. Right by him.
John Axford and out away from another save. Pat Burrell stands in his way. First pitch of ball low and away. Burrell 0 for 3 in this contest. Fouls one back to even it up.
Right on it. He was right on it. Boy, just missed it.
Here's Trevor Hoffman watching from the Brewer dugout.
One thing you don't want to do with Pat Burrell is leave a slider middle of the plate. Real soft, real hard. Keep the breaking ball down.
Burrell pulls it foul.
That's a pitch right there, that slider. That is one pitch that he can get the bat on. That slider speed, if you leave it up, He can knock it out of here. He almost did it, the one with that Gallardo threw to him early in the game.
Swing and a miss, and Axford has done it. He gets the save, and the Brewers stop the Giants for the second straight game, a 2-1 victory for Milwaukee. What a job.
Amazing. I mean, the pitching for the Brewers has been amazing the last couple of days. I mean, the last couple of weeks. Look at Axford. He stays hard up on Pat Burrell. Brewers pitching staff outstanding. They did not allow a base runner for the Giants after the 5th inning. Tremendous job. And how about the kid, Jonathan Lucroy? Outstanding game for Jonathan.
Jonathan Lucroy gets the 2 RBI single to help Yovani Gallardo get his 13th win of the season, and John Axford picks up his 22nd save. The Brewers win it here, a big one, 2 in a row over the Giants. That does it from AT&T Park tonight. Your final score 2-1 Milwaukee. Brewers baseball returns to Fox Sports Wisconsin tomorrow starting at 2:30 with the pregame show. Brewers also return to WMLW next Saturday as they take on the Marlins starting at 6. Coming up next on WMLW, it's Spotlight on Mark Antanasio. For Bill Schroeder, I'm Craig Kushan. Thanks for watching and have a great night.